It's not the words you say, your dialogue, but often the words that you don't say that can present the greatest challenge to you in your audition sides. Which words? Words that are in parentheses and other actions that the screenwriter has included. They can present huge acting traps to you. So how do you know which actions are ones that you should pay attention to and which ones you shouldn't? By the end of this video, it'll be totally clear to you which ones you should ignore and which ones you should, or you can choose to respect and to do. Welcome to Screen Acting Success. I'm Louis DeBianco, a working actor with 79 screen credits. Each week, I share with you tips, techniques, and secrets that I've learned by acting in front of the camera, by actually doing this for more than 40 years. This is not theory. This is actually powerful stuff that works. It works and it will help you to grow your talent and to also grow your career. By the way, if this is the first time that you're visiting this channel, absolutely click subscribe now. And if you get value from this, give the video a thumbs up. Now, let's focus on today's topic, acting traps in your audition sides. I'm going to bring up a scene on the screen soon, and you're going to see 7 red arrows on the sides. Each one of those arrows points to some words that are actually traps for the actor and that a good actor will probably ignore most of them. Don't worry about if you can't read all of them while I'm talking, because at the end of the video, I'm going to bring it up full screen and leave it there for you to study. So, here's the scene. Some of the things that the actor is being directed to do, actions like taking someone's hand when sitting with her in a car, nodding your head in embarrassment, turning your head away to avoid the other person's judgment, all sorts of directions that tell you how you should be feeling at any particular moment in the scene. Why are those a problem? Because they will inhibit your creativity. The thing is that those actions might be the things that you do, but if you're paying attention to the other person in the scene and you're also in touch with your instincts and your intuition, you might find other more interesting and truthful choices to communicate the power and the truth of the scene. But if you adhere only to those directions that are there, you can end up just becoming a mechanical puppet. You might even do them just because you feel, well, they're here, I have to do them. But if you're not 100% committed to them, you don't really feel them in your gut, they're really going to weaken your performance. So how do you decide which ones? We're going to get to that in a moment, because there are other actions that you probably will be wise to ignore, especially in an audition situation. Physical actions like you kiss your partner. Now, in an audition reading, the partner will be the reader about 10 feet away from you. Are you going to leave your spot in the frame and walk over to kiss that person? Of course not. You hug them. Maybe you grab them by the shoulders. Actions like that are not necessary for you to perform. First of all, the fact that you can actually kiss, that you can hug, and that you can grab say nothing about your ability to act. Your ability to act is determined on camera by your truthful moment-to-moment reactions to the other person, and then moving forward with a different tactic to use to accomplish whatever intention you've decided to play in the scene. The camera is more interested in the truthfulness of your life as it's reflected in your face and your eyes when you're auditioning than your ability to do all those other actions. Let's talk about actions like the character in the scene is devouring a meal. They're really enjoying eating. Well, an inexperienced actor might decide that they're going to mime eating during the scene. Big mistake. It's going to take your focus off of the main thing, which is the other person, what they're saying and what they're doing. I mean, guys, you're not going to prove anything by showing that you know how to use a knife and fork. That's a given. And when you get the job, you'll actually have a knife and fork on the set for you to play with and to use. So those actions are definitely actions to avoid. Then there are things like shooting someone, stabbing someone. Inexperienced actors will think that it's a great thing to bring in a prop gun to an audition, or maybe a real knife. Big mistake. Those are real no-nos. You don't need those to prove that you can play the moments in any given scene. The only thing that's going to determine if you can play those moments, playing intentions. Knowing what you're fighting for, being clear about it, and adapting to what's done to you and said to you as the scene progresses. That will all be communicated with your face and your eyes in an audition. Think of this rule when you read your script. Pay attention to what is happening, but be leery of directions that tell you how to do what you're doing. The how should be predominantly up to you. In fact, it should be entirely up to you. So what are there actions that you absolutely cannot ignore? Yes. And those are actions that move the story forward. An example. Maybe you're in a heated argument, and at the end of the argument, the action says that you pick up a bottle from a table and you throw it and you smash a window. And in the next scene, we're actually going to see the broken window. Well, that's an action that you must perform. No, you don't bring a bottle in to the audition. It's easy to throw something. You've performed the action without a physical object. So the actions that you want to absolutely respect are the ones that are necessary to move the story forward. I've worked with many famous actors. Some of them, when they get their script, one of the first things they do is they go through them. They find all of those parenthetical phrases and actions that are not going to serve them, and they cross them out because they want to be able to make their own choices based on their talent and their knowledge of their acting skill, what acting is really about. So the next time you get a set of sides, read them very carefully and jot down, oh, I found something here that I'm told to do, but I don't really have to do it. See how many of those you can find. Here's a really good example too. Let's say that the parenthetical direction is that your character says their words angrily. A really good actor can come in and say the words very softly, but still communicate anger. Not saying the words angrily, but connecting to a feeling of anger underneath. I used an example of a person who works with great stillness in another video, Christopher Walken. You can see him in moments of great rage, actually having fun, being relaxed, speaking softly, and guess what? His rage becomes even scarier and more threatening. If you've gotten value from this, definitely give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed, do it now. And in the next video, what I'm going to share with you is, I'll call it a secret. It's a secret because people can talk about it, but so few actors do it or know how to do it. And that is the magic of playing opposites. Oh, by the way, in the description of this video below, you're going to find a link to a website that will share with you everything that I'm offering in a new online course that I've created called No, it's not called that. It's called Self-Taping Mastery. Not only have I over-delivered with the course, but I've also included some incredible bonuses. Go there and just check it out. If it feels like it's not for you, then ignore it. But if it is, hey, jump on board and we will continue to build a relationship. And in that relationship, I want to see you grow and succeed. Once again, always feel it, say it, mean it, book it.